The Secret of the Solemn Wall and the King of the Vale. The sun is sinking red. In the skies of pagan, that sunset, it was the beginning of one of the darkest roles in the Chronicles of Pagan. 1167. 7. Inside the golden cave god, who was breathless and unwell. The big corpse judge was lying in the dormitory. The king's son, Latin, came into the dormitory with the sound of footsteps. His eyes were shrouded by lusts of power rather than kindness. He saw his father having trouble breathing, but then to help, he only sought the opportunity. In the end, Nur the father with a blanket. I started to press my face and take my life away. The throne of Pagan must be mine, he whispered, muttering. The predecessor, who has not only the father, but the right to succeed the throne. You also invited Saul alive, with subtlety, and poisoned him. He struck again, killing his fellow blood countrymen. Because he ascended to the throne, he was called the King of the Curtain. The bloodthirsty rule of the Nora king, which will be known in the future, has begun. Neronen's heart could not rest after he ascended to the throne, which he committed him by the sins the souls of the father and his predecessor. It feels like it's haunted. In those scenes, for washing, he, the largest and strongest god in Pagan, he was ordered to stand. That god was a solemn wall. If I could strike a needle between one of this god's bricks and another, we must cut off the hands of that brick-lined craftsman, said the nerd. The order was issued. His cruelty is immeasurable, strictly so that there is no choreography in brick checked. To this day, the solemn god's brickwork is being so meticulous is with the blood of the then craftsman. It's because of the tears, but the goddamn finish. It could not be established. His ferocity turned back to him. The princess of conflict, who was a queen of his father, was abused. It was occupied. The princess was the dirty one of the nerds, with an aversion to practice and cruelty. What he refused, Nara was angry, and he said to the princess himself, killed again. When this news reached the king of conflict, a ruler on the Indian side, the king was extremely angry and began planning revenge. He was let the 8 heroes disguise themselves as ponies and into the court of Pagan. It was sent one day. Those 8 ponies, with the pretense of blessing you, he entered the court, to the king's proximity. When they arrived, they took out the hidden daggers. They began to punch around you. It's revenge for your daughter. Even in the middle of the palace, as a result of his iniquities, they lost their lives, and all 8 of those heroes each other. After the goal is achieved, they were killed and brought to an end. As a result of that incident, Nur was killed by a cougar, a foreigner, in the history of the King of the Vale, who fell at the hands of them. They were recording on pagan land today. The Dharma pagoda is still Baroque. However, the inner circuits of that god with bricks, blocked, god without apex, the partial remains of the darkness of the narrator. It has as if it proves history. The lesson that the story of the narrator offers us is power. If it's built by blood, that power is even by blood. It started to be the fact that it had to be concluded.